Nintendo flesh locking kinda fresh. Kim, we got a new secret mission. But you have to wear this. What? Are you sure about this? You know how it is. I don't make this stuff up. Okay, where's the mission then? I'll tell you in a moment. I need to show you some new special gadgets. Do you think I'm stupid? That I don't know what you are trying to do? Oh no, don't look what's inside. Kim, you don't understand. Do you wanna be my girlfriend? What? Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't expect that. At least this time I didn't lose my pants. Oh no, this was kind of sweet. In a lewd way. Racism is bad. Downvote -887. My cousin's hamster died while mating. I remember it so clearly because we were watching them bang, then all of a sudden the hamster just fell down on its back lifeless. Bro came and also left. How often do you sleep naked? Not since the cat discovered my exposed pee. What's the difference between depression and your ex? Depression ducks you harder. I didn't beat depression. WTAF. What's WTRF? Why the anal duck? Anonymous asked, do you like women? Who doesn't? The Supreme Court of the United States. How important is Shreks to you in a relationship? Depends on the relationship. With my mom, very important. With my dad, not so important. How deep are you meant to go in the hole when wiping your ass? Second knuckle. Is Canada that bad? They offered a veteran who asked for help with his PTSD to be euthanized. What the duck? 1,000 pounds sister star Tammy Slaton comes out as pansexual. Tammy Slaton, one of the stars of 1,000 pounds. Licking the pants Dean doesn't count as pansexual. I'm moving to America. Pack a bulletproof vest, especially if you're a student. The power to talk to animals. You gotta duck them though. Where's the downside? What is the best response to I don't date short guys? Bite her knees. Not my proudest fap. What if food had Shrekses? Well, I don't duck my food except dead babies. What's your go-to duck song? Baby Shark. That's the song you play 10 months later. Nordics are so happy that they also have some of the highest suicide rates in Europe. The sad ones commit die, the happy ones survive. Survival of the happiest. Sorry, but you have to pick one. Your pet dies 40%. 10 random children die 60%. As a person who doesn't own any pets, picking the 10 random kids to die was an easy choice. Imagine the Olympics, but instead of it being world-class athletes, it's just random people who get selected. Like you get a letter informing you you've been selected for the national gymnastics team and you just have to do it. It'd be so much more entertaining. Would you get a choice of sport cause I can't swim and would drown? If I got picked for swimming, your sacrifice would be worth it after entertaining the masses. I wish I could walk into a room and say he has risen and everyone within 20 feet of me got an erection. Would make Easter very awkward. I have cancer, so I jumped on the opportunity. 1 month man. When he told me I can stack donuts on it, some mother ducker said Fruit Loops. What's worse than a wet handshake? The Holocaust. Have you tried getting a job? Friends? I got runners in every city, bro, don't be wasting my time. I got a real sloppy job from your mum and her boyfriend last night, if that counts. Oh yeah, you kissed my mom? How did my cum taste? The first New Yorker to get one of these has the opportunity to do the funniest thing of all time. The world's first flying car has been approved and is taking pre-orders at $300,000. You lost me at the last part, man. Biting what the duck? Or, shame really. I enjoy cannibalism. Same. How many nuclear weapons has the US lost? Fewer than 5. More than 5. Not enough. What is the best way to forget about porn? As most psychologists will tell you, the best way to quit porn is to replace porn with something else. Find a different stress reliever. It's impossible to quit porn if you don't find a substitute. I tried gaming and now addicted porn and gaming. Bro, it took Sonic fans 3 decades to simp over the actual humans in this franchise. I refuse to believe this is Chris's mum. Sonic? Chris? Mom? Make her pussy wet, not her eyes. Make his dick hard, not his life. Break her bed, not her heart. Play with her boobs, not her feelings. Get on his dick, not his nerves. Always salt your pasta while boiling it. Where did little Jimmy go after getting lost in a minefield? Everywhere. That's really dark, mate. Yeah, but it got really bright for half a second. I think my parents are doing the nasty. We are camping in a trailer and I feel the whole camper shaking. I hear moaning, whispering, and I hear wet noises and don't like it. I'm not a man of God, but help me Lord. Knock on the door and say you had a nightmare and that you want to sleep in their bed. Player 3 has entered the game. Motivate me to do homework. Do all your homework and I'll have Shreks with you. Okay mom. Try voice command open butthole on your Tesla. What the duck, it just fingered my ass. What would be the best comeback after a girl tells you that you have a small dick? It still grants me bigger paycheck. Your Honor, I only covered my D in peanut butter. It is the blind man's fault for mistaking it for a popsicle. Your Honor, I only covered my ass in honey. It's the homeless man's fault for mistaking it for a microwaved honey bun. Very important question. Cats or dogs? Cats are a bit more tender. Dogs kinda taste like chicken. It depends on how I'm feeling really. Diary 31. Humiliation. Diary 32. The world shall know pain. Diary 33. Gun shopping. What's the worst possible response to I'm pregnant? Not for long. Guess what, snowflake? This is America. Gays can get married. Deal with it. Trans rights are human rights. Don't like it. Get the duck out of here. Native people were here first. Get used to it. Freedom of religion means all religions, not just yours. If this offends you, leave. Oh yeah, land of the free. Then why can't I dip my balls in the Burger King soda dispenser? Great, now I want to duck a spider. Go to Australia. The spiders are big enough to duck. I thanks my dude. Except for the fact that it's spiders who does the ducking. Exactly. Not my proudest fap. Will Smith. My girlfriend forgiving me after I caught her with another dude. Keanu Reeves. Aliens invade Earth tomorrow. They ask to meet with one rep for mankind, but not someone in the government. Who are we sending? Send me. I'll make sure they wipe us out. I got a girl pregnant in high school, so I told my parents I was getting bullied and we moved. Inseminate and relocate. Release the white and leave the site. Hit the seed and then proceed. Release the load then hit the road. Release the goo then yabba dabba doo. Put the genetic information and leave the nation. Nut in the cooter, escape on the scooter. A sniper's dream. Gamers in 20 years, when their child gets an A+ instead of an SS tier. My Argentinian grandfather says he was an SS tier, I think. How many toes you got? You mean in my mouth or? Blocked. Have a horrible day. Don't forget. Don't forget. You can. Start late. Start over. Be unsure. Try and fail. And still succeed. That is very situational though. A drawing, yes. Surgery, no. My horny ass cannot be a Pokemon trainer. What does this mean? What do you mean by this? They'd make a great Pokemon breeder though. You just won $19 million, but your dad left leg cost $18 million. What you do? My dad was cremated, so that's not his leg. Need to see what happened. He died. There was a news article about it. What really linked to the article? No, I made it the duck up. What's your fantasy threesome? Me, my bathtub and my toaster. What was the funniest thing you've ever said/heard during Shreks? My boyfriend wiped a little cum on my forehead and said Simba. Please give me the burger, I promise I will. I will not duck the burger, I'm just hungry in a non-Shrekshell sense. Me after giving it back, what are you talking about, your burger always had mayo on it. Irony is he lost 2 balls chasing 1 ball. Imagine beating your meat to a CGI elephant. My tissue box is already Dumbo. Nice cock bro, but mine's better. Prove it. Unzip. Squints. Purrs your glasses on your face. I need thicker lenses bro, I still can't see. Me when bro accidentally calls me Pookie Wiki Boo. Boo Bunny Bear instead of a slur. The janitor trying to stop me from taking a shit in the school sink. Bro, how come your flair is Chinese and you're using Reddit? I'm typing this from a concentration camp as we speak. I've hid my phone in between my ass cheeks for 3 months now. Just 30,000 more social credit points and I'll be out of this hellhole. Okay, mate. Have a good day. Playing video game. Start thinking about how I'm circumcised. Can't play game because I'm too angry. How do I cope with this? Steal someone else's foreskin and wear it like a shirt around PP. The absolute worst way to recreate a family photo. A family that comes together, sticks together. He's going to propose to her. Husband proposes every week to wife of 45 years that has Alzheimer's. If you think about it, old people are like AI. If you don't mention something often enough then they forget easily. What's something that needs to stop being passed down the generations? STDs. Right, wait what? A Shrekshell's unzips penis. It's almost over 14 years since this movie was released, and I don't understand how a bull have tits. It's a kids movie. You wouldn't like to see a 25 centimeters dick bouncing in the entire movie. Pics or it didn't happen. Honestly, even I, with a small peen, would send just a head pic. Totally anxiety free to send peen head pics. Length and girth is all us guys care about, lol. I'm not sending you my penis. Don't worry, he just wants a picture. Male redditors of Reddit, have you ever shown your best friend your penis? If so, why? We were at a party with 30 or so guys and we all took turns. 2 people walk into the bathroom and smallest dick leaves. The last man standing wins. What's the dumbest way you've gotten a scar? I have a scar on my forearm from a weaponized paper airplane I taped razor blades to and launched with a rubber band. Science. Why is Shrek's like math? You add a bed, subtract the clothes, divide the legs, and pray they're no multiplying. For me Shrek's is like math, because I'm no good at either, and always end up having to use my fingers. I died. That's necrophilia then. Texas just introduced a bill that will create bounty hunters for drag queens and trans people. They will pay an individual $5,000 to go find and press charges against drag queens and trans people who perform in public spaces. The wording of this bill really only specifies that if you are dressed in clothing or otherwise exhibiting a gender that differs from the gender recorded at birth and do something that could be offensive by community standards of decency, I'm going to be making mad bank. Just remember you're someone's reason to masturbate. Don't we all have that one weird uncle? Gosh, that's sad but true. Question for the guys. So what if you're being all cute with your girl, making out, you go to your bedroom and to be cute you throw her on the bed, except she hits her head on the headboard and ducking dice. What do you do? Hurry before the food gets cold. Double standards in almost everything. Yes. My friend posted a picture of her toddler sleeping and everyone thought it was precious and adorable. I do the exact same thing, and I'm creepy and trespassing. I didn't even go into his room. I took the picture from outside his window. What killed your feelings for someone you were madly in love with? She gave me an ultimatum before moving in with me. Either my cat goes or she goes. It wasn't that she was allergic to cats. She just intensely disliked them. So, my cat stayed and she left. You, sir, chose the right pussy. If you have to name your genital a movie, what would it be? Stuart Little. iPhones are so nice without the case. Everything feels nice without protection. Fat studies academic Dr. Cat pauses work ridiculed online days before her death. Not all fat people die early, skinny ones die too. Yeah, but I'll fit in my coffin. Porn stars of Reddit, what is your relationship with your family like? Well documented. Here's my first attempt at synonym roles. Just like grandma used to make. A penis cannot exceed 12 inches long. Because if it did it would be a foot. My penis is only 6 inches. But it smells like a foot. You need to be exterminated. When Millie licks a hammer naked it's art, but when I do it it's get out of Home Depot. What do we want more than anything right now? A baby, a baby, a baby. This guy doesn't have friends, because if he did, they would not let him do this shit. A portal for your mom. Nice. My mom died 5 years ago. I can't wait to see her again. Thank you. Oh. I can turn into any animal. Your roommate is a zoophile. What the duck? This is wild. Snorlax voted Shrek's East Woman of 2023. This is not Snorlax. The person pictured is in fact Gorlock the Destroyer. All atheists will cry out to God under extreme crisis. Suddenly, God will be real. All Christians will run to the doctor with or without extreme circumstances. Suddenly God will not exist. Honeybee venom kills cancer cells. If I get testicular cancer, I'm gonna teabag a honeybee's nest. An estimated 4% of the internet is porn. It's all porn, if you have the right attitude. If I see a tweet with mother duckers I'm stealing it and saying nas. I want to have Shreks with mother duckers. Bet he ain't stealing this. Is it one of those games where you can use your controller with one hand? No, controller in the butt. Get the vibes, while your hands are free for Doritos and choking the chicken. This is peak degeneracy. I fear for you that you could even imagine this. Imagine. I'm calling the police. Line believe. Over in lovers. End in friend. If in life. And possible in impossible. There is fun in funeral. There's raven grave. Eat in death. How many people have you slept with? 0.5. You cut her in half. No, I found her like that. These people should be in jail. Nursing home staff arrested for running a dementia fight club between elderly patients. Can't talk about Fight Club if you don't remember Fight Club. Leonardo DiCaprio and his girlfriend celebrating her 25th birthday. Leo DiCaprio going to a kindergarten be like, I'm tired of short flings. I'm looking for a more long-term relationship. You wake up in the year 3020 after being cryogenically preserved. What is the first thing you do? Boot up a porn simulation and let rip 1000 years of built up sperm. That jizz will fly so hard it will pressure wash the logo off the NASA shuttle. When you throw your girl on the bed Trinity Shrexy, but she hits her head and dies. This is where the fun begins. Haha, this happened to me and my grandma. The fun never stops. Jeff Bezos realizing that he can change his gender and become the richest woman in the world. Then he marries Elon Musk, divorces him, gets half of his money, changes gender again and boom, he's the richest man in the world. I'm screenshotting this to a Rule 34 artist. What do you think Ultron saw on the internet that made him want to end the human race? Rule 34 of himself. I, 21, have a micropenis. Ask me anything. I'm pretty depressed about it. Ask me anything. Maybe there's a girl out there with a micro vagina? There technically is, but that's illegal. Oh. Ah yes. The legendary battle between Darth Diabetes and Obi-Wan Chromosome. I'm learning new things about myself. Love the energy. Everyone is learning something new about themselves and everyone is accepting who they are. Stay hard. Dear Santa, I swear I've been a good boy this year. What's the best response to are you Shrexually active? At a doctor's appointment with your parents? Not that I'm aware of. Confidently believe. I confidently believe the 68 million people in the UK would outdrink the 330 million Americans comfortably in a nationwide head-to-head. Comparing our rates of fetal alcohol syndrome, I'd say the UK should opt for a tea drinking contest instead. We go hard in the colonies. Imagine dying and a game over sign pops up. You take off your VR headset and realize it was all just a simulation. What is your reaction? What the duck? I hung myself to get out this shit and now I gotta do it again. Are you serious? We are pregnant. Baby coming April 2024. This is her tier 3 subs 9/11. Very excited to see her breasts get bigger and filled with delicious milk. We've seen influencer bath water. Can you imagine influencer breast milk? That shit would be more expensive than gold. Boobs are baby milk vending machines. Adult men who find boob sexual organs need psychological help. LMAO lesbians love tits too, mate. Does she expect someone not to duck a vending machine? North Korea has sent another 600 balloons filled with rubbish into South Korea. Looks like a penis is pointing right at his face. Americans. Europeans making fun of them. Tell them they can drone strike a poor country farmer. Always cheers them up. Moms should get a fast pass to the front of the line at coffee shops. Honey, you're 22 and slept 10 hours last night. Get to the back of the line. Imagine thinking that you deserve special treatment for getting cream pied LMAO. My sister works a full-time job and still cooks like this for her man. Every day. Yas sees clogged them arteries. Collect that life insurance. I see you. Every girl wants to date the funny guy until 6 months into the relationship all you hear is everything a ducking joke to you? Me, I'm only funny like 10% the time. Yeah, no, at funerals and stuff where I'm not supposed to be. Like last year, when I grabbed your dead Gannis tits and said damn they're just as nice as your mom's. Yeah, no, cause she had breast cancer and had them removed. Slamming molten iron with a shovel. Forbidden golden shower. The problem is we start our day on cell phones, not on our knees. I'm not sucking dick first thing in the morning. What would be the most painful way to die? Getting all your skin peeled off and getting rolled in sand. Then left in the desert with no water. Waiting for the buzzards. Replace sand with salt. Why not both? And instead of no water, add lemon water rain. Then bake at 350 degrees for 15 minutes. Garnish with a sprig of parsley. Ooga and Booga, twin brothers enslaved by skin. Cursed knees. Kidneys. Is it not true that if you kill Santa you become Santa? Man, I've killed like 5 already and nothing, but whatever. Mall Santas don't count. Dang it. Dying by heart attack while masturbating has to be one of the most embarrassing ways to go out. Have you ever heard the legendary tale of the guy who almost drowned in human shit? Couldn't be me. I'm eating my way out to there. How do I delete my brain? Poor Larry getting smashed by the log. I'd smash Larry with my log too. There is still time to delete this. This picture speaks 1,000 words. Abortigan. Picasso self-portrait at ages 18, 25, and 90. Gonna say it. Picasso did not age well. Never tuck your shirt in again. You shit your pants. I shit my shirt. We are not the same. Americans are great at solving Rubik's because they have history of separating colors. What are some signs that girls give to boys that they like them that are obvious to girls but totally not obvious to boys? Aggressively masturbating beside them. Wait, so my grandma likes me? My drunk dad. Stay down. Final warning. 10-year-old me guarding my sister's bedroom. I can do this all day. Ain't nobody jettin' that coochie but me. Everything reminds me of her. Luck be in the air tonight. Well, I definitely guessed that answer horribly wrong. It's a win-win situation. Would you spin this wheel if landing on red means you get shot in the head? If I close my eyes before the wheel stops spinning, either I get a pleasant surprise or I'll never know I lost. Pleasant surprise or money. Thought daughter or gate son? Either way I'm jet in head. I'm ready to delete this app now. Hey thanks. I'ma keep it real with you. I'm a guy trying to find straight dudes to suck and swallow they kids. You down? Why you using a woman's photos? To get the attention. And you don't think anyone would be mad when they find out that's not you? And I'm pretty sure a straight dude wouldn't want that. I understand. Would you let me if I paid you? I Wolder asked how much though electricity kinda high. What's a non-Shrek thing that you find super hot? When a girl who usually doesn't accidentally swears. Ah duck I stubbed my toe. Comes. Hopefully not on the toe. I wasn't going to tell this story, but here I am. As a kid I would eat a whole bag of Doritos without swallowing, and then I'd spit out the pulverized chip dust and saliva mixture and roll it into a ball with my hands, and then let it harden a bit in my desk at school between first and second break, and then eat it again during lunch, when the outside was a bit crunchy again, but the inside was still moist and the consistency of a chocolate truffle. I upvoted the post, but you have been downvoted in God's eyes. Seriously, what's with Nintendo Switch graphics? It's a handheld system. You can literally put it in your back pocket. I can put my cock and balls in my back pocket, but they can't run Mortal Kombat. Dead inside, but still horny. I'll have to wait for you to be dead on the outside too. Since cum hardens when it dries, you could soak clothes in it and make light armor. The knight in shining jizz and they'd call me White Knight. How many dead prostitutes does it take to change a light bulb? Well apparently not 5, because my basement is still dark. I like telling this joke to someone and then a few days later tell it to someone else in front of the first person, but use a higher number. I hate using plastic, so I pick up my dog's shit with my bare hands. I wish more people would actually care about the earth. But then you gotta throw it in the trash that uses plastic bags. Just eat it like me bro. Describe your Shrekshell life using a Star Wars quote. Myself. The boy. These 2 droids. And no questions asked. A good reason to wear glasses. Next door neighbor. Professor. Regular girl. Sophisticated woman. Some punk. Fashion designer. Murder suspect. Struggling artist. So a murder suspect can put on his glasses and get away with it. Works for Superman. Rabies has been known to cause men to ejaculate up to 30 times a day uncontrollably. I don't know who Rabies is, but I sure would like to meet her. Michael Jackson in disguise, so he could go on a date with Tatum O'Neal in the 1970s. Which one is Michael? Please tell me how your hamsters died cause these die from anything. Mine disappeared for months then came out from behind the fridge missing hair, looked up at me, and just died on the spot. Parents left me alone, so I let my hamster free in my living room. Why did he run straight into the fireplace? I watched Titanic to feel better. He farted and gave himself like a heart attack. I don't know how the duck is Stuart Little 2 feet 3 and everyone thinks he's cute and smart, but I'm 4 feet 8 and suddenly I'm too pathetic to get into parties. What the duck? Stuart Little had a 14-inch cock. The music of Pumped Up Kicks. The lyrics of Pumped Up Kicks. They both should be smiling. If Eco is EI's daughter, then what's name of Raiden's daughter? Ah yes, Gen Z can make arts of families, but can never make a family themselves in real life. I was supposed to be father before my fiance with our child got hit by a truck. Shut the duck up. Hotel staff of Reddit, what's the most NSFW moment you witnessed at your hotel? I work overnights in a relatively small hotel, and at least 6/7 stays a week. I hear people ducking loud as hell in their rooms. Half the rooms have a balcony that overlooks the lobby, and those doors aren't soundproof at all. We had a man sleepwalk out of his room to the lobby, buckus nude. We had a woman show up in the lobby in her underwear. Her boyfriend choked her out and stole her wallet with the room keys. And before I started here, there was a massive wedding that took place, and later that night, the groom killed his bride and himself in their room. This picture makes me believe that he could be Finney's father, and that explains why Phineas is so inventive and oh my god. She got the doofendic. Blow my mind. If you cut the head off a giraffe, due to the amount of blood pressure, the resulting spurt of blood would shoot 3 meters in the air. Ferb, I know what we are going to do today. Crispy Meme 844. Girls, I feel lonely. No, I'm your friend. Boys, I feel lonely. I got dumped by the My Little Pony plush I have been graping since 2016. I had cancer and got really skinny for a while. Everyone kept asking me my secret and then got all offended / told me it wasn't funny when I told them cancer. It was the truth though. Cancer treatment will make you drop weight like no tomorrow. I'm back to a healthy weight now, 10 years later. What type of cancer do you recommend? You have to commit one crime, but by doing so, you ensure nobody commits that crime again. What crime do you commit? I would want to stop real big crimes like murder and rape, but that would mean committing to do those things, so duck that. Guess I'll just go Grand Theft Auto. You wouldn't kill someone to end all murder? I'd eat an infant alive if it would stop all murder. Hell, I'd eat an infant alive if it just stopped all physical abuse. Hell, I'd just eat an infant alive. This man has kept his arm raised in tribute to a Hindu deity for 50 years. Imagine if he went to Germany. What is the most annoying thing about having a penis? Showing a presentation in front of the class while having an erection. Bro, we couldn't afford laser pointers at my school. We just had to make do with what we had. Nothing is scarier than Disney World in the 1940s. Maybe Germany in the 1940s. Ruin a deer hunt in 4 words. I'm gonna duck it. I wish the average penis size is 4mm. Granted, yours is now so minuscule it brings down the world's average to 4mm. I did the math, hopefully it was correct. Now his size is around 472 billion millimeters. Yup, that's a vagina. It's more an antipene stretching through your ass all the way from here to Mars. Antipene. Greater Manchester police are hunting this wanted woman. She's currently in Middle-earth helping some hobbits take a ring to a volcano. You're welcome. Dear editors, what innocent search on Google turned out to be porn? Well, when Pokemon X and Y came out, some issues happened when kids went on Google and typed Pokemon X videos without specifying what exactly they were looking for. Aged like milk, he says. Is y'all's high school crush still fine? Hell no, she went from elegant to elephant. Hell no, last time I saw her she was obese and had 3 kids, which was really sad to see because she used to have 5 kids. Did she eat 2 of them? Trolling customers like this should be company policy. Waitress, how do you like your steak? Man, same way I like my Shreks. Waitress, so very rare then. I like my Shreks well done. Like my women well done. Women in 1400s, I think. The church. To be fair, ever since we started listening to women the world has gotten worse and worse. Tell me I'm wrong. MIT scientists created a psychopath AI by feeding it violent content from Reddit. What happens when the robot starts having Shreks with women to avoid being labeled a redditor? Do you think the Queen has ever sucked dick? Not sure about the whole band, but Freddie Mercury definitely did. How to stop gay marriage? Show them a pic of me and they turn straight, lol. Truth. They turn straight, alright. Straight into oncoming traffic. Oh, great idea, no need to take pee breaks while gaming. Just gotta open up my desk drawer and do a stanky. Imagine you got a shit, then you open the piss drawer filled with yo so golden delight with sharticles floating on it. Then you take a massive dump and then the piss broth splashes on your balls and ass, and then you giggle and pull up your pants and continue number 1 victory royale. Never type again. This kid had lost his dad in the crowd and freaked out until he saw the Flash and Wonder Woman. He went up to the Flash to ask for help because he knows him. Then they pointed and laughed at him, pushed him to the ground to take turns farting on his head. Kid later died from severe pinky shaking my head. Never forget. The love of your life will appear in front of you unexpectedly, and henceforth the cookie decreed, duck the duck. Or, sucks hand. Anon donates blood. Be me. Donate blood. Get message week later. Your blood has been put to use. Track down the guy on Facebook. Message him. Really cool guy actually. Weeks later. Meet his new girlfriend. Dude, I'm gonna get to third base tonight. Bitch, that's my blood in your dick. I'm the one getting to third base, not him. Technically duck his girl. See you later virgins. While your blood is in his body, it will never touch the girl. This means all your blood did was make another man hard, which makes you gay. Being sad about my friend's death. Turning him into a meme, so his memory can live in forever. I mean, he will die 2 times now, since he is a meme template. What was the incident at your high school? Pregnant girl got punched in the stomach and had a miscarriage. Taste the TV. Japan invents lickable screen to imitate food flavors. Porn is about to get a lot more interesting, but then you run the risk of keeping your tongue on too long and tasting balls. 17-year-old girl reported to have cut open her ex's body and climbed inside to be a part of him. I can fix her. Need a girl like this for real. Why is it easy to stay in Japan? That's easy. The last time there was a fat man in Japan, a whole city disappeared. I brought a hammer to the office to hang a whiteboard. I left it in my laptop bag and forgot to take it out at home. Days later my boss came up behind me, asked, "Do we have a hammer in the office?" Without thinking, I reached into my bag and handed him the hammer, still looking at the computer screen. A few seconds later I realized my boss was still standing behind me. I turned around and he was just standing there staring at the hammer. He said, "Seriously, you carry a hammer with your laptop? Are you a serial killer? Only when people don't give me raises." What is Mommy Pig's job? We know that Daddy Pig is an architect, but I've always wondered what Mommy Pig's job is. Is she an author? In one episode Pepper asks her, "What do you do?" and she responds, "I work on my computer." Only fans. Hell yeah, Robo Doges. You can only pick one. Choose wisely. Dog girl girlfriend, she loves you. Robot dog army, are loyal you. But Robo dogs don't have a mouth. All fun and games till you grab the dildo instead of the gun to defend your home. What the home intruder doesn't know is I'll get less time for sexual assault than I will for murder. A woman puts on this dress when she cleans her house, and the reason is that she told her 2 children who are terrified of her that this leopard woman is visiting our house to clean. If you don't make the house dirty, she won't come back. Gonna be funny when they get old enough to run and grab daddy's gun. When a girl hugs you as a friend and you don't get a boner. Joke's on you, that has happened to me. Is it possible to learn this power? Yeah, it's called being gay. Vegan block access for customers wanting milk in targeted multi-city protests. So that's why dad has taken so long. I'ma do a swim. Blub blub. Useless fact, sharks have 2 penises. Don't give hentai artists such unholy ideas. They know. These best friends got the same haircut to trick their teacher, so she wouldn't be able to tell them apart. Guess who about to guess correctly? US police. You once in your lifetime imagined having Shreks with your teacher. Until we meet again. I don't have a teacher, I'm homeschooled. If you were to pick one of these 3 to be your girlfriend, who would it be? Haley, because she a ride or die type. But if she's not willing to ride, you're going to die. True, but it might be worth it if I can get sniff of her panties. The man who modeled the giants in Skyrim modeled them after his father. I wonder how he feels about everyone eating his dad's toes. Blurst firebending. He's gonna struggle getting that thing down to the balls. This is so unfair, shaking my head. Mom, when the dog poops on the carpet. Mom, when I poop on the carpet. Next time try to poop on your mom. Duck you. This is Carl. Carl ducking hates you because you are awful in every single way possible. Carl is right. You are a perfect example of everything wrong with society. That won't stop me from yelling racial slurs at minorities for no reason. Slavery. Past. Present. Modern slaves are not in chains. They are in debt. I really hate it when the credit card company whips me and rapes my wife. Chose one mask to wear and you gain all of the abilities from the character who wears it. Just to be sure, if I pick Batman's mask, do I become rich? No, you become an orphan. My mom. Sleep tight. Don't let the bed bugs bite me after accidentally sleeping loose. Please tell me, what is that thing? Is it a real animal? Yes, that is real. And stop calling them animals just because they are of a different skin color. That's racist and dehumanizing. And the other one is a wolf eel. Third wheeling with a toxic couple is lit. Not when it's your parents. A bar of iron costs $5. Made into horseshoes its worth is $12. Made into needles its worth is $3,500. Made into balance springs for watches, its worth is $300,000. Your own value is determined also by what you are able to make of yourself. Tearing yourself apart and selling bits to as many people as possible is the key to wealth. Got it? Martians on Earth. Humans on Mars. What makes you think that isn't Martian forecock? Sometimes your shadow is having more fun than you. Are the 4 stages of relationship? What popular movie sounds terrible from a general summary of its plot? 100 years old vampire wants to duck high school girl and 15 years old werewolf wants to duck a baby. Just found out hamsters literally can hibernate, and my different hamsters that I thought died in the winter that I buried were probably alive. Mine was shivering, so I put it in the microwave and it exploded. My mom was crying as she scraped hamster guts off the walls. Guys that pay for OnlyFans. Why? To fund my ex-girlfriend's drug habit. It's my subtle revenge. I dip my fries in. You can't say deodorant. Butthole sweat. What's the worst thing you've done to your Sims? How you play The Sims may indicate if you have psychopathic traits. I made a killing area in the basement where the owner of the house would lock people in small cells and starve them to death. Then when the Grim Reaper arrives he would paint the scene of them with the Grim Reaper and hang the portraits up in his secret gallery. What would prefer to get? $1 billion, but a homeless child dies. A mountain made of gold, but our 150 world leaders are religious extremists. A free ice cream if your choice. All people on earth get $1,000, but also herpes on genitals. I will choose to kill the homeless child, but I will spend half of the $1 billion to kill even more homeless children. Reducing homelessness among children, 1 gunshot at a time. It's faster if you line them up. Imagine being so horny that you think married people have Shreks. I will point out that, as a married woman, I'm having Shreks more regularly than I did when I was single. Does your husband know? This woman just came and bought $300 worth of fireworks, and I was being nice and said, "Do I planning a big barbecue?" And she said, "No, my son has muscular dystrophy and was supposed to die by 18. We are celebrating his 40th birthday tomorrow. He likes fireworks, wow." For a second I thought they were gonna blow up the sun. Sent him out in a bang. Literally. Had to double check the subreddit halfway through the post. A 76-year-old woman was pecked to death by her pet rooster. Woman killed by cock would have been a better headline. Died being relentlessly pounded by cock. Why everything the Japanese make is so delicious. I too am a cannibal. One time a customer in Starbucks asked me to help him text this girl he really liked so he could ask her out. He asked if I wanted to see a photo of her, and I said yes, obviously, and he turned the phone round and the camera was facing me. Honestly, best work I've ever seen. If someone did that to me, I'd be like, "You Open camera, not photos. Open the right app, so I can see what she looks like. Oh sorry. Proceeds to open his gallery app, that is full of stalker photos of you at your home. Did you know you talk in your sleep? You also smell different when you're awake. Menever did what do women do that they think is okay, but is really creepy. Mother-in-law sitting on my lap bouncing up and down, does that count? Sweet home Alabama. Stop marrying your cousins. Cousin marriages help in maintaining family bonding. Siblings who promise to stay united and support each other gets further divided after marrying a woman from outside. The wife supports her maternal family in front of her children. Rug carved into oak floor by Selva Aparicio, I'm in love. Okay but what? If my dog pissed on this then what? I'd start with grabbing paper towels or something, I don't know. Good thing it's not on the carpet or that could have been a problem. Do you know bow open unsealed wood works? It would immediately soak in and lay there. Oh yeah would it? Big piss guy huh? You know how piss reacts on any surface you said? Which one would scare you more? Both equally. They've been dead 10 plus years. A big titty goth girlfriend. I don't get why you would want big tits. They're just flesh pillow. Sea snail egg falls into boy's cut knee during beach vacation and hatches 3 weeks later. Why is he so happy? Jesus Christ, he just gave birth, let him have his moment. In a relationship with Desiree Mary. She needed some papers, so I married her. Ain't have to put my business out there like that. Shut up and make me a bologna sandwich. Did you just kiss me? And on today's episode of Being Sad and Alone, I found out my toaster is waterproof. If I duck a man in the ass, and that man is ducking a chick in the pussy, then technically I'm ducking the chick by wearing this man as my condom. In the 12th century, the Welsh invented condoms using sheepskin. In the 14th century, the British improved this condom by removing the skin from the sheep first. Your Sith name? Darth. Your name spelled backwards. Darth Anus. I hate this game. My name is Lana. This is a bee in Brittany. Dicephalic Parapagus twins rarely survive into adulthood. They beat the odds and became 5th grade teachers. 2 paychecks or 1. Who knows? My sister came home from a date super drunk. I helped her get in our home, and she complained she is too hot. I took off all her clothes and she suggested we duck since she's horny. We ended up having great shreks, and the next morning she told me she had a dream we were ducking. I love my slutty sister. No way bottom left's head isn't edited. I refuse to believe that exists. The Crimson Chin wants to speak to you. Zoo temporarily closed after My Hero Academia fan attempts to mate with frog. Every day, we stray further from God. That's why we have to kill the frog at biology class. Describe your Shrekshell life using a Star Wars quote. Get in there you big furry oaf. I don't care what you smell. Followed by, into the garbage chute, Flyboy. Study shows that 4/5 people suffer from diarrhea. That one person who enjoys it. I love it when people take a smelly poop at my home. It's not because I like the smell or anything. I'm not that type of weird. But when they take that dump and realize oh duck this smells, and they have to leave the bathroom and look me in the eyes, that's power. For the rest of the time they are at my house, they are constantly anxious about the smell of their poop, and it takes any stress off of me. I can do anything awkward, but it won't matter. The stench of their shit is lurking in the background, all the time. They are my poop prisoner. Calm down there, Satan. Guys, is this true? Sincerely, girl. I think we should just be friends. Definitely. I've never thought of you in any other way. Hello, welcome to McDonald's. Can I take your order? Can I have a number 6 please? Hey step bro, wanna watch a movie? Sure. I'll get the popcorn. Yes, some idiots would just blindly shag anything that moves, but real gentlemen would respectfully make love to anything that moves. Karen threatens to kill dog over Wi-Fi password. She touches that dog and it'll make her veins minute shoelaces. You have a really cute smile. Oh thank you so much. I definitely let you hold my hand. But only if later you let me hold your heart. That was so cute. What the duck? You down? Yeah lol. Excellent. Bwahahahaha. What was her reaction op? Pussy closed like a Venus flytrap. My old family home. There's a lot of furry friends laid to rest in this yard. For a second I thought you said there's a tot of furries laid to rest in this yard. We kept those in the cellar. If I had a portal gun I'd use it to have Shreks with my own butt. I would use the portal gun to get to places quicker, but this is a cool idea. Teacher, this test isn't that hard. The test. What is Shrek like? He is very attractive, handsome, good-hearted, well-built. He can use me like the slut I am. Finer, you are on public forum. What stays in bed? Stays in bed.